Now, before you watch this video, just to let you know, I didn't need another one, but I got another lawnmower. Why? Well, because I can, because, you know, me. But I only paid $30 for it, so that makes it all more worthwhile. Now, none of the tires on here are actually from it when I bought it. The only thing that's true to the mower is, well, the whole mower itself, the transmission and the engine. The bumper I made myself just, I don't know, last probably 20 minutes ago. That tire's leaking. That's a tire off the skidder. You know what I'm talking about. That tire there's off the skidder. It keeps going flat, so that's why I took it off of it. And I needed a tire because the two front tires on this, one, this I actually had to replace this spindle. That's why it's black. Little backstory on this. This mower is actually a little probably more expensive lawnmower because the frame's actually painted red. And a lot of them I've seen are painted black, not red. But anyway, it had a red spindle on it. The wheel that was on it was just an all steel wheel, no bushings or nothing. So lack of grease, it wore into the axle, and well, it ruined it. So I had to put a different one on it. Luckily, I have plenty of these Murray parts. I have more Craftsman parts, but so I put this on there, greased it, and then I had this extra tire. And it fits on there good. This is still the original spindle. The axle, I checked the axle, it was good. The only thing I didn't do was grease this, so I need to grease that. Engine now. Had some grass up under the shroud, probably from a rat. When I got it, I took this air cleaner off, unscrewed this. I was like, oh, I bet it's gonna have. I wonder how dirty the air cleaner is. I pull it off, and there ain't one on it. And this is not the original. This is not the original carburetor. The original carburetor was all gummed up, had white powder in it, and it was all rusty from being water in it, and there was no cleaner, and it had rat poop all around where the air filter would have been. So I replaced the housing piece and the carburetor. Didn't mess with the throttle or nothing, I just greased it up. So that, and it didn't have no fuel line on it. The guy gave me a piece of fuel line. This is the filter off of it. The filter was plugged up full of the seal that comes from the cap. I just ran a piece of fuel line up, and then I put a clamp on it. Look at me putting clamps on stuff. Probably the tire leaking. Now the rear end, what I actually got this for was for the rear end, to put in the tow or into the skidder, because the transmission in the skidder broke. I got some pictures of that, and actually a video of it. It's on my mobile device here. So I ended up taking this transmission out, and well, I didn't end up using it. I put a Peerless 930 in the other one. Peerless 930 that never shifted right after I tore it down, after I found out the left-hand axle had wore up into the case, and I put a bearing in it and never could get it back together right. But I took the ball bearing that's in the transmission for the shifter out of the MST 206, or no, 205, and put in the Peerless 930, and put the Peerless 930 in the skidder, and put this one back, and put these a little bit rougher tread tires on it to spiffy it up a little. I got the hood for it. The hood is in mint condition. Had a deck for it too, and there was a battery in it when I got it. It was nearly a brand new battery, but it had been sitting a long time and it was completely dead. Right now I got the battery box out of the skidder and the battery out of the skidder. So I have to find a battery box. I have a battery. The seat's actually not that bad a shape, just a little rusty, and the rubber's broke right here. I might know where I can get a battery box, I don't know. The deck's in not bad shape. I might actually end up putting the deck back on this and mow with it, maybe. The engine knocks just a tiny little bit. I changed the oil on it. I had oil in it, but not enough when I first got it. It's not that full, actually, but added some to it and messed around with it. First I couldn't get it started. That's because I was trying to start it with ether. But once I got some gas in the carburetor, it fired right up. Oh, and the starter that was on it was seized up, so I had to put my starter. I had a starter, so I put that one on it, and I took apart the one that was on it that was seized up and rebuilt it. Kinda rebuilt it. I cleaned it up. Actually, I took the top bearing and it was rusty, and I didn't want to take it apart, so I had the windings. I had them out of another starter, so I just kind of took two starters and made one. So I got a starter now. an extra one. That starter there come off of, I don't even remember where I got that starter. I got a bunch of starters for free. One opposed twin, it was kind of screwed up, and like 3 or 4 flathead ones. And I put my flare on it, so it was quiet. And when I drained the oil out of it, it was kind of like milky. And it wasn't white, but it was, you could tell it was gray, which is a sign that water's been in this engine. It knocks a little, so whatever. It fires up with the key, and the charging system I think works because I plugged a set of lights into it the night I got it, or the night after I got it. I had to unhook the kill wire because something's up with the, when you have the clutch pushed in, it'll run, and then you let off it kills it, so yeah. Why did the camera just get all of a sudden really dark? It's odd. A little more gas. It smokes a little because I overfilled it. It's pretty low geared with these small tires on it, but whatever though. Don't quite stop, I gotta adjust the belt. Extra to stay, I just kind of stuck that in there for the heck of it. Already drove it out in the woods a little bit, just to get her kind of used to the environment she's going to be working. The motor kind of surges around and wanders a little bit. The carburetor come off of I want to say another flathead, but I don't know. I got extra flathead parts, so yeah, I could rebuild this engine. Rebuild. It's been raining, so there's nice mud. There's a little mud here. Come out of there's a pond up here. It'll go real quick in reverse. Fifth gear. It's down pretty good. Sorry. This is where I've been skidding logs at. I cut this tree. So the day my trailer's actually still out here. I'll stop up here and I'll show you. That's my trailer there. It's got wood on it. That's where I broke the tranny in the other mower. But what I done though, this tree here was forking, and I cut this log out. I cut the tree off because, yeah, the neighbor don't care. Plus it'll make this tree better. So I fell it right here, and I cut this log out, and I was actually coming back to skid it out of here. I ended up not, and I had to move it by hand to drive the mower, but I got to drive it in reverse. It only had one gear, and that was reverse. Oh, I got a cough. Pardon me. But, so, at some point, we'll skid this out, we'll skid that log out with this. It's wet now, and I don't want to tear up the yard. Now we got a bumper. I can actually, push down some trees. I leave that there for the heck of it. I already cut up this top. There's one chunk down there that I didn't bother getting yet. Some chunks there that I'm not gonna bother selling. I'll just keep them for myself and burn them. I had been cutting out of here, but I decided to cut up a different top. You can't even tell what I'm doing. But I started cutting up this top. Well, then over there where the trailer's, I actually cut up on the back side of it, and I left that there. And there's some over here that I ain't cut yet because I couldn't get to it because of there's tops in the way. So what I'll do is I'll probably use this for pulling the trailer, maybe, and keep the other one for skidding logs. More than likely, that engine's not staying on this. I'm gonna go with opposed, so I can have twins, opposed twin Murrays. What happened was that the reason I ripped my tranny out was because that dang trailer got up against a tree, and I couldn't move, so I'm gonna go over this branch. This thing does pretty good off-road, except when you get her in wet grass. Sorry the video's so shaky. Running on a skidder trail. My hands are a little chilly. Oh, hold on, I got a glove. I got one glove. I'm gonna pause you and then I'll get back after I put this on. Oh, I got a glove on. That'll make me a little warmer. It's got all gears. I also filled the tranny full of oil when I had it out. Stupid limbs. That's what really makes me. That really is what bothered me. Is hitting them dang old rotten limbs out here from the last time they logged. I don't know. I know about where the gears are. I just gotta not get it in fifth. Sometimes I run in fourth. But when I'm skating, I run in third. I always pull logs out in third. Same with my neighbor. He runs them. He pulls out. Being on pulling out what we do. Check out that though. See how steep it is? It's actually pretty steep going down in here. I mean, I stopped her. I mean, that's all straight up. There's another one just over here. It's got a double collar. I hate trying to titty castle over these dang gum limbs, or tops rather, that the skidders are pushed over. Like that, I'd never make it over that. So I go around. Some of these trees I want to cut, like that one, I'll cut that. I'll cut that down. Same way with that one there. I'll cut it. Oh, got a hitchhiker there. I actually got the wide body hung up over here, and I had to pull it out, and that's what wrecked that front end. I think I've done a video about maybe doing that. I don't know if I ever uploaded it. A lot of times I film something I never upload it. Like this, I may not even upload this. But I am actually. This is tonight's video. Yeah, I had a full trailer load of wood. Or no. Yeah, this is where I got hung up. I got hung up right over there. I had to unload all the wood. Somewhere I got hung up and had to turn around. I'll cut that tree there, and I'll cut that one there that snapped. Get down here and the dang thing quits running. Oh, that's another question. I wonder how much gas I got. I think it's got quite a bit. It's got enough. Looks like all the stuff here got pushed up where this water runs. I'll go in, I think that's third. Yeah. That's pretty steep there. Can't really tell on video. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going through that. Damn exhaust come loose. You hear it? Yeah, they come loose. I'm 40. Oh, I can smell it. You know it's a good one when you can smell it outside. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Actually, no way. We're going to hold on. It really gets bad up here. Tell you what, I'll actually end the video here, and I'll film another one. See you in the next one.